Alvin Kamara has a deal to play one more year with the New Orleans Saints before he'd be eligible for the franchise tag or whatever else may happen. They're trying to get something worked out in New Orleans. My understanding is they're likely to get it done by Monday, but given the way things blew up earlier this week, who the hell knows? Kamara was back at practice on Wednesday, an encouraging sign, given that there was a perception like Joe Mixon last week with his migraines, or air quotes migraines, was holding in. Kamara doing the same with a knee or whatever it is that was giving him trouble. He's back, and after practice, Sean Payton, the coach of the New Orleans Saints, addressed the fact that they are indeed working on a new contract for Alvin Kamara. Here's Payton.
We're actively negotiating a contract with he and his agent, and we'll keep you posted if there's any progress.
If you guys don't reach a contract agreement, do you foresee this being something where maybe he doesn't play week one?
I think that's a little previous right now. We're focused on him being a part of our plan week one.
We didn't completely close the door. I think he meant to say premature,
yes,
instead of previous.
Right.
But I think they didn't close the door there on him not playing week one, which is kind of jarring, and which it's another piece of this puzzle that points to players having a new type of power, Chris, getting closer and closer to what you suggested earlier this week when we were talking about Riley Reif getting squeezed by the Vikings to take less money. He eventually did. A player saying, I'm just not playing. Whether it's an injury that I actually have that I don't want to put at risk, or it's an injury I don't have, or I just don't even need to hide behind an injury. I'm not playing until you take care of me. I think it's kind of surprising that Payton left the door open on the possibility of Kamara not playing week one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think players are just continuing to get more and more business savvy and trying to figure out, realize, capitalize on the power they might have within a football team to get more money. And yeah, Alvin Kamara, like we've talked about the last few days, he's got some power there because he's a good player, and he's such an integral part of this making the scheme work with Sean Payton. But yeah, I mean, to me, first off, I'd have a hard time thinking that, the Saints, they say they'd want a first-rounder for Alvin Kamara. I don't think they're going to get that at this point. I don't. So yeah, if they don't get a deal done here within the next, week or so, I'm guessing the possibility of Alvin Kamara not playing week one is probably a real possibility. But I have a hard time thinking that won't happen. Mike, like, he kind of falls in that category a little bit what you talked about yesterday. He was drafted by the team. He's got great fantasy success, so he's homegrown. Everybody's seen him. The team wins when he's been there, and everybody looks at it. And I feel like the Saints have put themselves into a corner here where, yeah, they're going to have to pay the guy and probably bend and maybe pay a little bit more than they really want to here.
Yeah, I mean, the point being that this is the first guy who's in position to get paid like a high-end workhorse running back who isn't used like a high-end workhorse running back. I think the difference in touches last year for Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey, who's getting $16 million a year, McCaffrey was north of 400. Kamara was in the range of, I think, 220 to 250. That's a huge difference in usage. And he's on the brink of falling somewhere between Joe Mixon at 12 and Christian McCaffrey at $16 million per year. And isn't it wild? I saw this yesterday. Exactly 81 receptions each of the 3 years of his career. What a strange coincidence to
really
land on 81 3 straight seasons. But look at the yards per reception, how it's gone from 10.2 to 8.8 to 6.6. Isn't that strange to see that kind of a drop?
Yeah, it's strange. I think, one, maybe health is a part of that. Like last year, we know he's not breaking tackles and getting yards after the catch maybe like he used to, right? So that probably affected it. The other thing is he's become such a key part of the offense. People, I think, have just honed in on him, where it's just like, hey, where's 41? Where's 13? Okay, there's Michael Thomas. There's Alvin Kamara. We got special calls and special things we're going to do to take them out of the pass game, or at least limit the damage they're going to do. And I would think that more or less is the biggest reason for why it's dropped. And, of course, the injuries. Like he told us at the Super Bowl this year, they were real.
And he played through them.
Yeah.
He played through them, and he still had a solid season, but not the season that we're accustomed to. But again, The Saints privately believe that Alvin Kamara is every bit as good as Christian McCaffrey, and I've been told multiple times now, once the Panthers paid McCaffrey $16 million, that is when the Saints soiled their pants, frankly. I don't know that will get the message at the bottom of the screen in the UK, but sorry, that's when they got very concerned about the future and about what Alvin Kamara was going to want, because if they believe he's as good as McCaffrey and McCaffrey's getting 16, where does Kamara come in when you don't use him the way the Panthers use
I think that's
Christian McCaffrey?
That's the big thing, Mike. That's the big thing, the usage. And, a little bit of just the whole offense is based around Christian McCaffrey in Carolina. And you were right with your numbers. Alvin Kamara was around 250 touches last year. Yes, McCaffrey was above 400. So that just tells you in itself. Every game, every play, decoy-wise, McCaffrey is a huge part of all of that. Kamara is a part of that in New Orleans to a degree, yes, but they have other weapons. And, of course, they have one of the greatest offensive game plan designers in the history of the football, who's gotten just about every running back that's played for him off in the passing game. So let's not forget that. I mean, whoever's gone there to play running back gets catches in the pass game. So I think, and I think they probably have told Alvin Kamara how great he is, and that's also, they're stuck where, they're going to have to pay him, but I don't think they're getting close to Christian McCaffrey number. I don't think that's happening.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.